What are you seeing in the few minutes that you're getting from Trent Forrest in the first half?
Um, consistently solid defense. He's usually either makes a play that's visible, that shows up in the box score, with a block or a steal or something like that. Or he just, he makes a play by, being solid. And, those minutes that he's given us, rarely does he come in and come out when, the lead's changed hands or anything of that nature, because he's just been, look at what he was tonight, plus minus. That's a lot of times I always say it's a little deceiving at times, but that's the biggest thing. It's to come in for 2 or 3 minutes is a job, and it's an important job. And for him to embrace it and have the impact that he's having, it allows us to keep Mike fresh for late in the game. Tony Jones, the Athletic.
Coach, what did you guys see? What did you see in the fourth quarter that allowed you guys to ultimately pull away, as opposed to what you saw, as opposed to some of the stuff that you saw earlier in the game?
Well, it's ironic, Tony, you say that. Like I thought we played as well as we have the entire season offensively, particularly in the first quarter. I mean, the ball was moving. We just didn't make shots. I mean, I felt like we could have had a 15, 20-point lead in the first quarter. They converted on a few of those misses, but this is for us to feel that, to feel that, the way that we can move the ball, as unselfish as we were. There's times when we feel like we're too unselfish, but that's what we want. And so again, I thought to play that way and to continue to play that way, they had a couple, the end of the quarter, a couple of threes that were, improbable, if not tough. And then, we just kept grinding. And sometimes when you're playing the right way and you don't get rewarded for it right away, the easy path is to change how you're playing. And, that wasn't the case. I thought Rudy was a monster late defensively, and Donovan closed the game. And that's a pretty good formula.
I guess defensively, throughout the majority of the game, how did you feel about the effort?
I think we're giving effort. There's some lapses in concentration. We got back cut a few times. When we're late, sometimes when they're playing shooting bigs and we're getting a late switch, if we're not quite back to that guy soon enough where they get a three, or the guy on the help side feels like he needs to help and stunts at the ball, and then we end up getting back cut. That was a couple of situations like that, but I thought our transition defense was better. A couple of situations where we just have to be a little more disciplined. But I think our focus and our effort was really good.
Q, obviously, with Hassan's early ejection, that kind of forced you to juggle some things, including a stretch where you had Rudy and Eric as the two primary bigs. What did you see in those situations?
Well, that's a different team, obviously, that we haven't played with this year. I thought Eric did a really good job being thrown into a situation that, that he hasn't been in before. I thought he competed. Obviously, the way that we are built defensively, having that size and rim protection is really, systematically the way that we play. So for those guys to be put in that situation, I think competitively we responded. Okay.
Hey, Don, I'm wondering, just after that one, how do you feel about the effort and how that game went kind of as a whole?
It was a good game. I think, we did a lot of good things. Shots, I don't think the score reflected, the way we played as a group. We had some breakdowns, but we did a lot of good things that we can look back on and, and be proud of, especially moving the ball on offensively. I think that's one of the main things to take away. And, they made some shots, they got some stuff, and for us to close out the way we did is what we wanted. But we did a lot of good things. I think that's the one thing I would say I take away from that. We did a lot of good things as a group. You know, especially in the first quarter. You know, I think that was really, really, it looked really good. Even though shots didn't fall, stuff didn't necessarily go our way. There was a point where it was 12-2, and then they hit 3 straight threes, you know, and then next thing you know, it's 12-11. And they're about to call timeout. Royce missed the layup. You know, it would have been 14-2. So like those little things, you know, they happen in the course of the game. But you know, we did a lot of good things.
Hey Don, so Rudy said in his walk-off interview that even, you know, during the times of the game when your shot wasn't falling, he felt like you were making good decisions, that you were moving the ball well. Does that become like a conscious thing you do on a night when your shot isn't going in, or is that just a natural byproduct of just running the offense?
I think it's just me just growing over time. Honestly, you know, you're not going to have shot nights where you shoot perfect. You know, it's last night, tonight. You know, it happens. You know, I'm not pressed about it. You know, at the end of the day, we have a talented team, so it's not like, you know, I have to do this every night, you know. I mean, I would love to be able to, you know, continuously shoot well, and then sometimes it's going to happen. But, you know, at the end of the day, just being able to find there and make the right reads, that's all I can ask for. You know, go out there and make the right play. You know, sometimes it's putting the ball in the basket, sometimes it's passing, sometimes it's guarding, like maybe it's all in one, you know. But at the end of the day, that's what I've been doing and growing into. So that's how I start off every game, you know, whether the shot goes in or not, you know, just being able to make the right play.
Yep. I was just curious, you guys are up 7 at one point, up 8 1 point, you go all time out, and you get right back in the game. Is there need to be more of a hammer, like more of a killer instinct with this group?
Yeah, I think, you know, coming out of a timeout, locking in, I think we gave up, start the fourth, I think was tough for us. We gave up the pick and pop. You know, they ran a lot of stuff out of that, and we hadn't seen pick and pop in a while. Like that I can remember. You know, and they hit some shots, like I said, they executed well, credit to them. But we got to come out, you know, and be able to not have compounding mistakes. Mistakes are going to happen, but, you know, compound them over time. Like I said, even in the first quarter with the 12-2 run, you know, I don't contest. Somebody gets a layup, you know, like even though we make mistakes, it's not compounding them, especially late. But how we responded, you know, got stops when we needed, you know, that's what we want.
Yeah, down the end, your shots not falling, but you score 6 straight at the end. You get your own, you know, put it back. Just a determination down the stretch. You've been a lot of those times.
Yeah. Honestly, it's what I do. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, you know, the right play, and then sometimes you got to go out there and just get it. You know, I like those shots that I got. You know, at the end of the day, I'm going to continue to take them, and my team trusts me. I trust myself. Put the work in for those moments, and you know, never let the moment get too big. You know, I missed the game one the other night, so you got to respond. You know, and that time I did. Ryan Miller, KSL.com.
Hey Don, you guys have had, I think, 6 ejections now this season. Why? Why does that keep happening? Or if there is a common thread, I guess. And how hard is it to kind of adjust when that kind of happens?
I don't know. I guess we wake up on the wrong side of the pillow. I guess that's the expression. Someday I don't know, but I don't know. Now that you say it, we have been ejected a lot. I didn't think about it. You know, I didn't think Hassan deserved that one. I think, you know, the first one deserved the first tech. I think we've all seen people say a lot more to get thrown out, especially early, you know, and I told Mark that I thought it was, you know, it was real quick, you know, it was real quick, a second one, but, you know, at the end of the day, they called the call, but, you know, we got to be able to adjust. We hadn't black 1 through 5 in a long time. So, you know, being able to kind of, you know, I'm not saying that was a problem, but being able to do that, run our offense, and then when you have, you know, Eric and Rudy Gay coming into a role where they're not necessarily been the 5-man, it's different. But, you know, like I said, we were adjusting, getting things figured out. And that's part of being a good team, is just figuring things out on the fly. You know, can't prepare for that happening, but, you know, it happens. You know, I would say I don't think we'll have that again, but I don't know. You know, I don't know if we'll get ejected again. Hope not. I guess time for one more follow-up, Eric Wallace.
Hey Don, so a lot of the kind of problem areas that we've been talking about in recent games, the defensive rebounding, the transition D, the numbers at least looked a lot better tonight. How do you feel like you guys did in those areas?
I would agree. I think, like I said, I think we did a lot of good things, a lot of things well. And, you know, the fact that the game was so close may not reflect that, you know, but we did a lot of things, you know, that we, like you said, we've been working on and trying to fix. got back in transition. We had some mistakes, you know, which happened, but we got back. It wasn't glaring, I guess is what you're getting. That wasn't glaring like it has been in recent games. So just continue to plug away. That's it, man. Just continue to plug away and do what we do and be good. Thank you.